God, they're banging and it's like the worst sex scene ever. Like, oh my god, I have no fucking words. Like, ew. It's so bad. Like, ew. Assalamualaikum booktube, it's Casper and today I'm coming to you with a reading vlog that absolutely nobody asked for, but I'm just gonna film it, I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna ask you guys to watch it, so we'll all just pretend that it was a great idea, which it is not, but we're just gonna pretend it that way because that's how it goes on my channel. So in case you're new, hit the subscribe button and give me a like, comment something nice so I would feel motivated to actually read something. There is only one purpose why I'm filming this, and that reason is it's Pride Month. So before I tell you the actual thing, let me tell you that I've been in a terrible state and I no longer think that I deserve any rights. And by the time I'll tell you why I'm thinking this way, you would agree. So everybody knows that June is Pride Month, and this year I had decided to read a diverse range of books by different authors, and I wanted to explore more of the LGBTQ section of literature in general. But June has almost finished, and the only book I read was Cape May, and I have a review for that, I'll link it up there. And that book was a literary fiction marketed as that, but actually it was just a heterosexual erotica. So do I really deserve the rights? Anyways, I know how horrible I've done this year, but to balance that out, I decided to read a super gay book. And not just that, I didn't want to disgrace any diverse author by bringing their really good book and compare it to Cape May, so I decided to read a book by a white Karen. So the book that I decided to read was Confessions, The Princess, the Prick, and the Priest by Ella Frank. Well, I have no idea about this book, and I just saw the cover and it looks like threesome, hands down. It just doesn't look like that, like it's so obvious that it's a threesome, so I just decided to read this book because 1, white Karen, 2, super gay, and 3, a threesome. I have never read a book like this before, and I am hoping for some really poor content because that's what I provide here. So I'm just gonna read this book throughout this vlog, and basically I do nothing else in my house. So in case I take Instagram pictures today, I'll put that in this vlog, and if I do anything else, I'll just throw everything in here. But honestly, I don't know where this vlog is gonna go at any point. So basically, I know nothing about this book, and I don't know where the plot is gonna go. I don't know anything. I've never heard about this book, like nobody talks about it. It's not a popular one. But white Karen, that's what we're doing today. So that's all, and I'm just gonna go start reading soon and see how it goes, okay? I want a good surprise from this book, and if it doesn't give me that, Karens are cancelled. Like, they're already cancelled, but I'm just gonna re-cancel them because you have just one job: surprise us with your bullshit, right? That's what Karens should be doing, and I believe in my girl Ella. I think she's gonna really surprise me with some really terrible bullshit. And no offense to actual Karens out there, but yes, offense as well. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm gonna throw some good music and we're just gonna go and watch me read on my tablet because, of course, I don't have a physical copy. Why would I have one? Okay, so I just finished the first 3 chapters. They're really short and easy to go through, and I have some things to say. This book is fucking crazy. It's wild, and I want to talk about it. Okay, like, I was going for something wild, I know, but this is definitely not something that I was expecting. It's like, wow. There are 3 main characters. The first one is Robbie, and then we have Julian, and then we have Priest. I wasn't expecting Priest to be somebody's name. I was expecting it to be a priest. Like, I don't know, I don't have this kink, okay, but I was expecting something like that. Like, Cape May was a Christian sex book, right? And I was expecting this one to be the same, but it's not. Priest is just a person. But that isn't what's bothering me. Priest and Julian are actually married, and they are both simultaneously in a relationship with Robbie, and they live together. That's what is bothering me. Like, I have never read something like this before, and I'm really fascinated, and at the same time I'm really shocked because, like, I didn't know if it was a thing. Like, I don't know if it's white nonsense, if it's something Karen developed, or maybe it's a real thing. I don't know, but I'm shook. I wasn't expecting it at all. The beginning of the book was really okay, but then the author just mentioned that Julian and Priest are married, and I was like, hold on, what? I was like, maybe I'm wrong. I'll see that in the later chapters. Okay, in the second chapter, we see Robbie call his mom and she wants to see him. And she also wants to see Robbie's boyfriends. And Robbie is like, you have to see them. And his mom is like, boyfriends, what is that? And I was like, same, what is that? I don't know how it goes, okay? Like, it's kind of crazy. There is a lot of sexual tension between these characters, like you can literally see that all the time, but 3 chapters in and no banging has happened so far. For that I'm really disappointed. Like I was expecting some good banging to happen in the beginning, but apparently not every book is written by Chip Cheek, and sad. But I was expecting it to happen. It didn't happen, and I'm expecting it to happen now because like it's Robbie's birthday and he isn't allowed to touch any of the 2 others. Okay, there is like this rule that they've made, and basically Robbie has to wait until his birthday dinner, which is at 10, and after that he can do whatever he wants, and basically that's the kind of tension that is created between all these characters. Still, I don't understand this whole marriage and still being in a relationship with someone else. It's like 3 people in a relationship. I don't understand. Like, that is so cool, but what? Why didn't I know? Like, is it real? I don't know, okay? But I would really want to know if it's real or if it's just a Karen thing. But I am fascinated if this Karen came up with this. Like, I could never. Seriously, I could never. So I went over to Twitter and asked what this thing was, and turns out it's not a Karen invention, it's a real thing, and your girl just didn't know about it. Now, who's the real Karen here? I just want to ask, okay? Like, in the last segment, I was dragging this whole thing. Welcome to the Karen channel, and subscribe if you haven't. Well, like, I didn't know about it. I don't know how I didn't know about it. Like, I know a lot of stuff, and I just simply didn't happen to know about it, okay? And I'm pissed at myself. But anyways, I'm so fascinated. I want to read more of it, and I'm definitely gonna start reading this book further. Now, I'm just gonna go and click some photos for my Instagram, and after that, I'll read some more, and then I'll explain what is happening in the book. But I just like... I'm the one being the Karen here, okay? And I hate it. Like, I should have known about it before going into this book. Like, I should have read the description or did something, but like, it just took me off guard and I wasn't expecting it. And I'm really glad that I finally read something like this because like it's common and everybody has read it about it and everybody like knows about it. It's just me who didn't. And well, anyways, I'm just gonna go and I'll see you guys later. First 7 chapters and oh my god, this book is fucking crazy. So Robbie are one of the main characters. As his birthday gift, he wanted Julian and Priest to bang in front of him. There was no good sex. I am disappointed. I was expecting a good threesome, okay? I've never read a threesome scene and I was expecting something and I didn't get it. So no props to me, I guess. Okay, I was so disappointed. I was like, what kind of kink is this? Like, I don't care. But still, like, you had it on the cover, at least give it to us. I mean, why on the cover if it's not in the book? Like, it's just the first 7 chapters and there are 25, so there would be some good scenes in the next chapters, I guess, but like, so far, it's terrible. I was expecting more. When I read the first chapters, I was like, something good is about to happen, but something good hasn't happened so far. On the side note, Robbie has taken Julian and Priest to meet his parents, and they're basically at their house, and that's where chapter 7 closed, and I'm about to start the next chapter. Next update would be after a few chapters because like there are really short chapters and things aren't really happening. Like it doesn't feel like an erotica, and I don't really think it is an erotica because if it was, there should have been a lot of sex scenes, right? But like, there aren't, so... Not what I was expecting, definitely no. But still, we are up for this polyamory, of course, and we're gonna read it, so... I'm gonna get myself some food, and after that, I'll carry on, and I'll try to finish it today because like, I don't want this vlog to be really long, and I don't want this book to drag really long because... So it's still Pride Month, and I think this book is really gonna make me read those other books, and I should be reading. There are a lot of books that I want to read, hands down, but I'm just in this weird slump where I can only read Cape May or Confessions. I have officially hit the rock bottom, period. So anyways, I'll see you later. Okay, so I'm done with the first 10 chapters and still no sex. Girl, what? When I first looked at this cover, I was like, you know what is gonna happen in this book? 3 dudes banging every 2 chapters. But that is exactly what isn't happening here. It's just like 3 dudes not banging at all. Okay, like there are just 15 chapters left. This is an erotica. It's supposed to be continuous banging. Like, I don't know. It has to be unrealistic amount of sex. Isn't that what erotica means? But it is like going in a completely different direction. It's time that we compare it with Cape May. This book is exactly what Cape May was supposed to be, a literary fiction. Because in this book, nothing is happening. Like, these people are just developing relationships, and these people are like, there is just a lot of family drama. After Robbie's birthday, there was a 2 weeks time jump, and now we see all these 3 characters going to Robbie's house. And Julian and Priest were introduced to Robbie's family, and they are really nice people. Okay, they are really accepting, and I don't know how nothing played a part there, because like their family was like all cool about it. I don't think it would be like that if you're like in a poly relationship. But anyways, that's not an issue because there certainly are still nice families in the world. What I want to say is that everybody's just so nice, and there is no conflict in this book. Like, I'm 10 chapters in, this book is 25 chapters long, and there is no conflict at all. Like, no conflict. It's just like, these are really happy people, and these people have really nice families. That's all that has happened. And look at this cover, like, where is this thing? When is it gonna happen? Like, if it doesn't happen in the next 2 or 3 chapters, I'm throwing hands. Okay, because I want it now. I don't know. The next segment would be when something happens, and I don't know when it's gonna happen. Maybe it's gonna happen in the final chapter and everybody's banging. Who knows? But anyways, I am disappointed. Like, I am so disappointed. I want to ask Karen just one thing. Where is the sex? Where is the promised sex that was in the cover? Like, I'm just here for the sex. Let's be honest. I'm here for this amazing threesome that is happening in the cover. And so far, there is no threesome. There isn't even just twosome. So, what is happening here? Can somebody please explain it to me? Karen, would you like to say something? Like, I cancelled myself earlier in this video, but I'm uncancelling myself and I'm recancelling Karen because she just failed to impress a gay. Oh my god, they're banging and it's like the worst sex scene ever. Like, oh my god, I have no fucking words. Like, ew. It's so bad. Like, ew. I just finished reading this book and I have no words, like no comments, no words at all, because girl, what the fuck was that book? So I'm gonna tell you what happens after from where I left off. So at Robbie's house, Julian and Priest asked Robbie's parents if they can marry him. Legally it's not possible, but they just want to have this ceremony kind of thing, and surprisingly his parents are like, okay fine, you have our blessings if you want them, and basically that's the wrap. So now I'm just gonna jump to chapter 15 where they bang. So throughout the first half of the book, you just have this family drama kind of vibe, but something isn't happening and you're like, what's the conflict in this book? When is gonna happen? And I have come to the conclusion that all of these people being horny and not banging regardless is the conflict of the book. Like, I was on the verge of my chair and I was like, bang, for God's sake, bang and stop these reactions. And they weren't banging, okay? And then chapter 15 happens. They're in a club and all of a sudden Robbie's ex appears and he's like, hey Robbie, you look good, I wanted to call you and maybe patch you up, that kind of thing. And then Priest is like, hold on a fucking minute, what the fuck is happening here? So basically he just drags Robbie and Julian from the fucking club and they literally just make it to the parking lot and they're all so horny. they're like, pull out that dick, I wanna suck it. Like literally those were the words. And they're like in a parking lot, they don't even sit in their car, and they are like sucking cocks in a parking lot of a club. And I was like, for the first half of the book you had rooms, you had super cozy beds, and you weren't banging, and now all of a sudden somebody appeared and you're jealous and you want to bang. And I'm like, does it work like that? Like, Karen, did you even think about anything before writing it? Like, what? I was like surprised when it happened. Like, it was so sudden, because like I knew that they weren't banging anytime soon. Like I had this image in my mind that the last few pages, that's when they're gonna bang. But all of a sudden, right in the club, they're like, come on bitches, we are sucking cocks, and that's it. So after that, there is this scene where Robbie basically gets arrested by a cop, but turned out that it was a tactic by a priest to get Robbie and Julian to this place that Robbie's mom recommended whenever they basically wanted to propose a Robbie. So basically Julian and Priest knew that they were going to this location, and Robbie had no idea, so they just arrested him. And there they propose him and he says yes, which wasn't a surprise, and they go to this place, this cottage, where they bang once more. And the most surprising thing was those dudes like had no idea how gays bang. Like, nope. I refuse to believe that White Karen did the least bit of research to see how dudes bang. Like, I don't think that she even watched a single porn video. Like, if you just watch one, I think it would have given you enough content about what you have to write when you're writing gay sex. But here we are. She just wrote whatever she thought was right, and it was horrible. First of them being, who sucks fingers during sex? I'm just asking, like, it's happening and all of a sudden everybody just stops and starts sucking fingers. Has it ever happened to any of you? Like, I'm curious, because what? This can't be it, right? And then Priest is having an orgasm and suddenly his testicles are threatening to explode. What? Is this real? Like, no matter what, okay? Whenever you're having an orgasm, your testicles never threaten to explode. Okay, like, no, this is something that happens. Like, this is the most wrong way to explain how an orgasm feels when you're a man. Okay, I don't know how to put this in words, but like, Karen knew shit about it. Like, she had no idea how it feels, and she was like, maybe it happens like this way, and I'm just gonna type it. I had been begging for this scene, okay, from the beginning of the book. I was like, happen somewhere, please happen. And the scene in chapter 15 was like nothing compared to the one in chapter 18, and it was like so long and it wasn't ending. And then it was dragged into chapter 19, and half of chapter 19 was all about it, and I was like, this isn't how it happens. But somehow I don't want to explain it to you, okay? Like, I am fucking sure that you don't want to know how White Karen decided to make these dudes bang. Conclusion, Karens just should stop writing gay stories, because they simply cannot. Like, just stop, because this was horrible. This book was horrible at another level. This was a genre bending book, because like, before chapter 15, if you just read it, you're like, maybe it's like just a family book. But once you hit that chapter 15 landmark, you're like, ooh girl, what the fuck is happening? After chapter 18, they get married, and then they travel to France, and we have a small epilogue, and it's like happening 5 years later. They're like rich, and the end. That's where the book ends. And I'm like, finally, thank God that this book ended, because I was fucking done when I read chapter 18. I was in no mood of continuing. I was like, maybe I should DNF, but I was filming and I had to, like, I couldn't shame myself like this. I was like, I couldn't finish this book. It was so small, but I still couldn't. But like, I just did it for the vlog, okay? Do it for the vlog. That's what I did. So that was the book. Hated it. Like, literally hated it. But I had fun, okay? And I hope you had fun watching this vlog. So in case you are still here, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, comment something mean. I love mean comments, you know. So I'll just see you guys in my next video, and until then I'm just gonna take my leave and try to remove this exploding testicles trauma out of my brain, okay? And until then, just goodbye.